In 1622, Spain's richest ship, the Atocha, was lost in a fierce hurricane. For over 3 centuries, the sea held the secrets of the Atocha. At last, in 1985, adventurers discovered the secret that had eluded mankind for centuries. The $500 million motherlode was theirs.
One of the most famous ships to sink here was a Spanish treasure galleon, the Nuestra Senora de Atocha. Bound for Spain, it sank in 1622 with all passengers and a full load of treasure. Salvors were unable to relocate the main wreck until 1986. The search boat also uses a special sonar to look at the ocean bottom. If these readings look promising, divers will go down to check.
So these instruments make it a lot easier on the divers.
Oh yes, well, literally thousands of man-hours were put in even diving with these instruments, but you have to remember, without these instruments we would never have found the Atocha.
Wow.
These are the base ships for the divers still working the Atocha site. Immediately, we were in a different world, headed for a different era. I quickly learned that it takes an expert to pick out the features of a shipwreck. Unless a ship's wooden parts are covered with silt, they're eaten by wood-boring mollusks and decay. The metal parts are quickly attacked by chemicals in the seawater and soon become encrusted with ocean life. When salvage divers search the ocean floor, they usually start with metal detectors. If they get a reading, this tube called an airlift is used. As compressed air is forced in the bottom of the tube, it rises and carries the silt with it to a different location. It's like an underwater vacuum cleaner. If divers actually find a part of a wreck, the entire site is photographed. A large-scale map is made. Then grids are used to map each section into smaller areas.
They're doing a lot of mapping down there.
Yeah, well, that's so that we can keep very fine records, so that each of the items is mapped into place. It helps us keep what us archaeologists like to call provenance, which is the relationship of each item.
That helps you put back together
That's right.
where
It helps
everything is.
let us know what is going on the site.
I see.
Finally, I found an object even I knew had to be worth further study. Because gold is so dense, the chemicals from the seawater don't penetrate it the way they do other metals. It looks like this when found in the silt. One of the most impressive gold pieces is this cross. It was probably carried by a religious official as a gift for the Pope in 1622. What about the engravings on the back?
The engravings on the back are of the Saint Anthony and the Christ Child, and Saint Anthony was the patron saint of lost things.
Aha. Archaeologists study clues like this to piece together the life of past cultures.
Shipwrecks are a wonderful tool for studying human beings. It is a complete cross-section of a culture. It goes down frozen in a moment of time. It is probably the best single tool for studying human beings that we have today.